And I only want to execute and crucify the priests that are leading the flock astray.
You heard that correctly. Tonight, a full confession from the man accused of killing a longtime pastor just north of the valley. Adam Sheafe is his name. In his own words, he tells 12 News he planned on executing and crucifying more than a dozen priests across the country before he was caught by police. His first victim was Pastor Bill Schonemann of New River. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden.
And I'm Karima Devine. Tonight, 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with Sheafe while in custody about the murder. We do want to warn our viewers that what you're about to hear is disturbing.
In other states, what do you have to say about those allegations?
All of those allegations are correct.
Speaking to 12 News from his jail cell in Coconino County, Adam Sheafe admitted to murdering 76-year-old Pastor Bill Schonemann with the goal of killing 13 other priests.
My plan was to start in Phoenix and then circle 10 states around the nation with the 13 tribes of Israel, and then to finish in Phoenix, where I was baptized.
Sheafe says his motivation behind the murders had everything to do with religion, calling it Operation First Commandment, believing the New Testament and Jesus Christ goes against the First Commandment that says you shall have no other gods before me.
His commandments have been annulled by this character called Jesus, a human being who I believe is the son of Satan.
Believing he is carrying out a crusade for God.
Have you ever considered that you're just mentally unwell?
No, I mean, maybe I'm the one that sees truth, and maybe it's everybody else that is deceived by Satan. If that makes me mentally ill for following what God says, then so be it.
He was living in California when Sheafe tells me the idea came to him to kill religious leaders. Sheafe said not much planning went into the murders, just a couple of months. That's when he decided to come to Arizona, where he stole a car and found Schonemann stalking him outside his New River church, where he was the pastor for more than 30 years.
I saw that he had a Wednesday evening Bible study, so I sat there and waited for them to arrive so that I could locate which one was the priest, and then I just followed him home, and then I returned on Sunday to execute and crucify him to his wall.
He then went into detail about what he did to Schonemann, but we aren't airing that information due to its disturbing nature and out of respect for the Schonemann family. Following the murder, Sheafe in that stolen car says he then drove up to Sedona, where he planned on killing 2 priests at the Chapel of the Holy Cross.
I set up a tent right next to that church so that I could watch those priests and identify what vehicles they were driving. And then I got in a high-speed chase with the police and escaped. Got into a car crash, got out, ran up a mountain and escaped. And I was just determined to get those 2 priests.
However, he was stopped and arrested by Sedona police, saving 13 other lives.
Had I been better prepared, I don't think there would have been any way to stop me. But with all that being said, everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Sheafe remains behind bars awaiting extradition back to Phoenix. But Sheafe says he doesn't want this to go to trial.
Put me on death row, set the execution date for right now. The victims want it, the victims' families want it, I want it, and the taxpayers want it.
Believing he won't die if executed.
I'm not saying I want to die. I'm saying you can't kill me. It's just separating the spirit from the flesh.
Wow, disturbing.
Chase, it is, and he's speaking so matter of fact about that gruesome murder and the ones that he was planning after that. It's disturbing. Why is he talking to the media?
So he was saying that he just wants to get his message out. Again, if he said it once, he said it 1,000 times, that he just feels that priests are leading the flock astray. Again, talking about his views against the New Testament, talking about how he believes Jesus Christ is actually the son of Satan. And like I said, he just mentioned that over and over again is the reason behind these murders.
And he's planning on pleading guilty.
He is that, but also, I mean, he was saying over and over again that he just wants to be put on death row. He said, as you just heard, it's what everyone wants. He says it's what the victims want and it's what the victim's family wants. And again, he said that even if they do execute him, he's not really going to die. But I did actually speak with Randall Schonemann, that's Pastor Bill's son, about the situation. Just let him know, hey, we are talking with Adam Sheafe about this. And I asked him just for his thoughts on him confessing to these murders, and Randall Schonemann told me that he guessed that he's relieved that this is happening, but I also told him about how he wants to be put on death row, And Randall told me, he said, well, I've never talked to Adam Sheafe. How does he know what I want? And he says that he doesn't know if he wants the death penalty in this case. He's still trying to wrap his head around everything. He said if they do go the death penalty route, he knows it's going to be about 20 to 25 years. He says by that time, Adam Sheafe will be the age that his father was when he died. He said that Randall will already be in retirement, so he's still trying to wrap his head around this whole situation. But he is glad that this man is behind bars and can't cause harm to anyone.
And that's who you feel for, right? The family, innocent family that had nothing, you know, this wasn't coming to them. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, it does.
Right, and this really was just a random attack. And again, when I asked Adam Sheafe, you know, why New River, why Pastor Bill, and he said that he was just looking around in the Phoenix area. He said he wanted the first murder to be in the Phoenix Metro and the last murder to be in the Phoenix Metro because this is where he was baptized. He actually said he was looking at another priest, but said that when he went to his home, there was 2 women that came out, and he said, hey, that's not a part of my plan to murder women. I'm just going after priests that are living alone, and unfortunately, Pastor Bill was that victim.
It's just so senseless, so senseless. Well, glad he's off the street.
Thank
All
you,
right, Chase, thank you. Well, you can watch an extended version of this interview streaming on 12+. We'll air it right after this newscast. It's also available on demand right now. You can find it by downloading 12+ for free on your Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV devices.